All right, this is season 2, episode 10, The Second Coming. Do you think Jesus Christ shows up in this episode?
I
Uh,
wish. Who would you get to play him?
Bruce
Ted
Campbell.
Raimi?
Yes, no, it has to be Ted Raimi or Ian McGregor. Pay off the Obi-Wan meme. All right, are you ready, sir?
I'm ready.
In 3, 2, 1, play. Black Phone 2 looks good, says Jareth. Yeah, I mean, maybe I'll watch that trailer just because I'm not sold yet, but you could do Samara Weaving going to take on the devil from the first movie, but why? Why would she?
Yeah, like I wouldn't want that. Yeah, I
Because
don't know where
I
to
think
start with that.
realistically, what you get is just it is the first movie again. If it's finished filming, maybe we get a trailer soon. But I think it's telling that Scream 7, their Scream 7 flopped, and they came running back to Ready or Not.
Oh, you mean like just Scream 7 didn't work out with them? So,
Yeah, I almost said
I mean,
6
Scream 6
flopped,
made
but I
money.
don't know if it did. Oh, did it?
No, it,
Okay,
it made a lot of money.
that's unfortunate.
Hmm. Hey, at least this character saying that line makes sense. Not in Evil Dead Rise.
Ash, you should know that doesn't work. You've done this before.
Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. I don't write the rules. I've
Oh,
seen Army of Darkness. You can
she's
shoot a
dead.
deadite a couple times. It's
You know,
yeah.
just once, I want to see what they're
Oh.
doing that turns people into human balloons.
See, she's alive. She's fine. Nope. I love that he can't tell what's different about her.
Ah, crap.
Two rubies? Yeah, like I said, it's not character regression. It's just a different version of this character from a different time who hasn't had that
But
character arc yet. So, like, it makes sense that she's evil
the
next
problem
season.
is that we erased the one that was good, and the other one isn't a different character. It's the same character from season 1. That is still a
Hmm.
character regression.
I don't think so. It's just an excuse to have her be evil again without undoing her arc. I don't know, I see them as
Yeah,
two different
this
characters. Like,
like
yeah,
I
that's the girl
don't
stuff.
need that.
At least Ted Raimi's having a good time. There you get the projector callback. That's fun. Yeah, that's the part of the CGI that's not good.
Oh god. Remember Evil Dead 2?
At least it's a puppet for most of the scene.
Gosh, just cut off the head. Like
He has a process, John. Don't rush him.
The process is getting his ass kicked.
That looks really dangerous. I don't know if it's a good idea to have your chainsaw that close to your torso while you're
Eh,
cutting something.
that's fine.
I do like this bit. Fuck you.
It is kind of weird how they like use a lot more curse words in this show. He didn't really drop a lot of f bombs. I think there's just one in Army of Darkness that
That's
I
true.
can think of. It's not bad, mind you. It's just weird.
Get the fuck out of my face.
I mean, that is the best like use of an f bomb in what they thought was going to be a PG-13 movie.
Yeah. Of course, the first thing Ash's mind goes to, it's like, oh, this would be a fun threesome. Two rubies. No, I do like this philosophical argument, and it makes sense. Like they can't just turn this other Ruby through words. She hasn't had those experiences. She hasn't been betrayed by Ball.
And that's fine.
Yeah,
But if you're going to kill the good Ruby, then she can't come back as bad Ruby in the third season.
at least it's set up here.
Actually, no, I'm going to fight you on that for a minute. So this is time travel.
Hmm?
Ruby kills herself in the 80s. So then she would always live to the point where she goes back in time to the 80s to die. There shouldn't be a Ruby at all after the point of time travel.
Are you trying to make sense of time travel in the Evil
Yes.
Dead universe, John?
Yes, I am.
Yeah, it's using Terminator rules. It's fine.
I don't know what the
The-
Terminator rules of time travel are either. They change every movie.
this is a funny scene, though. I'm not dead yet. Like I said, I'm glad this version of Ruby at least gets a satisfying ending.
Yeah, it should have just been the character's ending.
Yeah, but but they didn't want to cut Lucy Lawless from the show. I get it.
Then don't kill her. I mean, it's not this. It's not
You're really
complicated.
stuck on this, and I'm like, I don't know. We gotta see her as evil again next season. I think it's fine. I like that she gets to play multiple versions of this character. Now, I like that this version of Ruby dies and that it's permanent. Uh, but then she gets to be a villain again next. I think it's fine. And speaking of time travel rules, because he's in the 80s, his hand grows back.
Yeah.
Why?
Oh.
Because Bruce Campbell just wants to act with both hands. It'll let him. It's fine.
Well, no, that makes sense because he's now made it so that his younger self will never read from the book, so he never has to
Hmm.
cut off his hand. Which further influences my point that if she dies now, The evil Ruby should not be able to exist in season
No, that's
3.
not true. That's not true though. It's future Ruby that dies. This Ruby is past Ruby, so it makes
Right,
sense that she's alright.
right. But no, what I'm saying is Ruby should have never lived past this point to get to season
But it's
3.
a different Ruby, John.
It's not.
You're not
It
making
can't
sense.
be. How is it a different Ruby? It's so then they're in an alternate universe.
Sure. You're trying to make sense of this, and I don't think you can.
Jesus Christ, that I forgot how rushed the final showdown with Ball is gonna be.
Oh yeah. Jared says this makes less sense than the time travel in Dragon Ball Z.
Yes. The Dragon Ball Z time travel makes sense. Sort of.
And Judd, this is also a show where both Evil Dead 1 and 2 are somehow canon.
It's fine. All you have to do is like cut out 10 minutes of Evil Dead 2 and they line up. I'm just saying the show wants to have its cake and eat it too, and any other show and you would be calling them out for it.
Yeah, but this is just goofy nonsense.
Ah, Jesus. I think that's the other part of it is because they do that, all 3 seasons, the bad guys have the same exact fucking plan.
Yeah.
We have some variety. A little bit.
Can you tell me what the Flying Dutchman is going on? But yeah, I know by the end of this season, there were a lot of issues behind the scenes with the show. And a lot of stuff was changed at the last minute. So and you could tell this is easily the weakest finale.
Jareth Cell's time travel still doesn't make sense to me. What part of it doesn't make sense?
Yeah, this is such a fuck it ending. Like I don't know,
Yeah.
they just have an agreement to fight each other without powers, I guess.
I do like there's a reoccurring theme of the metal of man because I think that's
Mhm.
mentioned in season 1 too. And
Yeah, that's the tagline for season
that's
3.
one of his unique perks in Dead by Daylight, the metal of man.
Mm. Yeah, even though the show was canceled after 3 seasons, it is fun that the Ash vs Evil Dead brand has stuck around, like through video games and shit. It's nice that it's not forgotten. Jared said, I guess I'm just easily confused. As we all
That's
are.
fair. I mean, time travel is always hard to think of, but the thing with Dragon Ball Z time travel is it kind of works like what Marvel thinks they're doing in Endgame, where when you travel backwards in time to a specific point and you change something, that now creates an entirely new timeline, but the old
Mhm.
timeline still exists. This is a fuck it, but I don't know. It also kind of works. Like it shows how Ash is kind of a scrappy like.
It's a better version of the ending of The Mummy 3
I don't even
when Brendan
remember the Mummy
Fraser's
3.
like
What?
at
What?
the,
Why are
he's
you
like,
dropping a Mummy 3 reference of all things?
when else am I gonna get the chance? Because he goes to fight Jet Li and he says, "Fight like a man," and then they have a fist fight, even though Jet Li has superpowers. Why? Fuck it.
I'm glad you have. At least somebody remembers what happened in that movie.
Somebody has to. That's a movie I'm scared to go back to.
I'm really scared to do the commentary because we're gonna have to. We're gonna have to do Resident Evil 7 and 8 soon.
That's true.
Actually, we need to do 4 soon.
Was 4 the one you wanted to do with Noah?
Yes, Noah wants to be
Uh,
there because he loves that game.
okay.
'Cause some of us don't live under a rock. No, it's just funny because 4 is like Capcom's Skyrim. That's literally on everything. I would know. I bought it so many times. Ah, Jesus. Also, Lucy Lawless has aged amazingly. Like
That's
she's
true.
in her 60s, I think, at or 50s in this show. Doesn't look like it.
Nope.
I would kill for Raimi to cast her in like an actual film
Yeah, that'd be great.
because I think she really gets his style.
Hmm. Oh yeah, she knows the right camp performance.
Why do you keep falling for this?
What?
Jareth.
It's Chet.
Yeah, that we
He's
were
alive.
talking about that earlier. Can confirm The Mummy 3 is not that good. Watched it. I mean, I know it wasn't that good. I was there when it came out. I was excited. That movie's biggest problem is just recast. They recast certain people, and the recasts suck.
Losing Rachel Weisz is a big problem.
Yeah.
This bit's funny. He just got his hand back, and now it has to get cut off again. No. I love how much Bruce Campbell sells the pain and anguish of Ash having to lose his hand again.
Why is it sentient?
Why is it possessed? Yeah, I don't know.
Hey, remember Evil Dead 2 when the hand flipped him off?
I love how this finale is like, fuck it, you're back, you're back. The gang's all here. You get to see them all one last time. Because why not?
I like that Ruby is the one that's like smart and Bald's a fucking idiot. That's like, yeah, I'll fist fight you.
And that is one thing season 3 has that's nice is we don't go back to the cabin again. They're like, okay, we've done that too much.
Well,
We
I
can't
don't
do
know
it
if you.
again.
Yeah, I don't even know if you could have done it a third time unless you just do time travel again, right?
Hmm.
It is remarkable how much this looks like the Evil Dead 2 cabin.
Yeah, no, the set design's still fantastic. And then Lee Majors is back. This was a relief for me the first time I watched this, where we kill his dad in like the third episode. It was kind of a bummer. Like, oh, I didn't want to lose him that quickly, and then it's nice to see him one more time, and then again in 3. Yeah, I don't know if you know this. Bruce Campbell like loves Lee Majors and brings this up constantly. Like that's his main takeaway from doing this show is I got to work with Lee Majors. It's the best thing I've ever done in my career. He's so happy about it.
That's awesome. I didn't know who he was until this show.
He was the $6 million man.
Did he just kill his dad again? I don't remember.
Maybe.
You don't remember either.
I don't know what's happening.
Wait, what?
Wow. Lee Majors is literally as old as Batman,
Damn.
born in 1939, and he's still alive.
Oh, he is?
Yeah,
Easy.
good for him.
You gotta admit, this is awesome.
It's still fun.
I
A
forgot about the
chainsaw on
chainsaw
chainsaw
duel.
fight is always great. Yeah, it's the best part of Texas Chainsaw Massacre too.
Yeah. Thoughts on Blumhouse buying half of the Saw rights? Oh
Yeah,
no.
yeah,
What is it? Austin always says Blumhouse should be condemned
yeah. I don't know why some people are excited about that.
because people still think James Wan can make movies.
Maybe Lionsgate finally sold off Saw because they're like, fuck it, we're going all in on John Wick now. They're just the John Wick studio because they have 20,000 spin-offs they've
Oh, apparently they're
announced.
doing Red Sonja versus Army of Darkness. Unless this is old.
Oh, it's like a comic book?
Yeah. Austin just posted the greatest comic book crossover of all time, and
Hell yeah.
I'm gonna send this to you because I need to read this. Look at your.
Hell yeah. That's amazing. I do love how Ash defeats Ball. He just gets him to stab himself with his claw, and that works. It's straight up Freddy Krueger Part 6 logic.
Well, what I
You
like
get him.
is how he gets him to lower his defenses is with the dumbest possible question. What was she like in the sack? Huh?
It's perfectly in character though.
Yeah.
This is cool practical effect. That's very Hellraiser.
Yes. And then younger Ash and Scotty and Linda are all going to show up, and the cabin will be fine.
Sure. Yeah, this is the point where I don't know what's happening.
Okay, so even if it is somehow a different Ruby, she shouldn't have survived past this point either. But to your point, I don't know what's happening right now. Uh, but see, like they wrote perfectly to have it just be Ash and Kelly, and then you introduce Brandy next season. Uh, but somehow this
I'm
happened.
fine. Yeah, it's fine. He's fine. We're all fine. Happy ending.
All right, Robert, we need the 3-hour video essay on this whole scene.
Yeah, this ending is so insane, but I love it. Look, Ash is wearing his Clark Kent outfit again. He's got the red jacket and everything.
Yeah.
Why is he a hero now? I don't know. They're just taking his word for it.
When are we gonna remake Smallville with Bruce Campbell as Clark Kent?
I do love the Return of the Jedi ending. It's so stupid,
The return
but
of
I
the
like.
return of that Jedi ending.
Yeah, got the blue ghosts. It's great. Yeah, this ending is so unearned and random, but who cares? It's like whatever.
Come into a discussion of Return of the Jedi. I appreciate that. Hello, Adam Arch. Yeah,
Hello.
we were just discussing how that's the true horror movie. Now, I don't know if you've
It would have
seen
been
I don't know if you've seen Ash vs Evil Dead, but season 2 has a couple of Return of the Jedi moments.
Return of the Jedi would have been a better movie if Bruce Campbell was in it.
I mean, Star Wars the trilogy would have been good if Bruce Campbell played Luke Skywalker. I'm just saying. Or Bruce Campbell should have been Yoda. Can you imagine?
Kyle said, "Wait, people watch this? How
The
show
show.
asterisk?
Uh, there's dozens of us.
There are dozens of us. A lot of people
Adam
watched it when it
Arch.
was on Netflix after it was
Adam
canceled."
Adam Arch. Am I hearing hate for Return of the Jedi? Well, I mean, it doesn't have Bruce Campbell in it, so you know. No, if they wanted to make this work, they should have had it be the shitty projector, like insane loud noise ghost from Evil Dead 2. Bruce Campbell as Darth Vader. His lightsaber is just a red chainsaw. Wait. Yeah, it's all connected. No, in all seriousness, Adam Arch, I think we've talked about this, but Return of the Jedi is my favorite Star Wars movie.
And there's Evil Ruby. She's still out there.
Yeah, which is dumb, but whatever.
Happy ending? Question mark.
It's it's also just like such a not Evil Dead ending.
It's so weird. Like I said, easily the weakest finale of the three, but at least it's still entertaining.
Yeah.
They did course correct next season.
So that is season 2, episode 10. Uh, we did it.